Hey folks, welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So, today I am making a
Shell.
Yeah. Now this is based on a technique that I saw done by Petra. If you haven't seen it, go and check her channel out. I will leave a link in the description.
Yeah.
But she took one of the molds and shapes,
Mold.
flat molds. I think it was the pebble mold. And she did this shell technique that she said she'd done quite some time ago and hadn't done it for a while.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen it. And I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I must try it. And
Okay.
because I wanted to be, just a little bit different because of me, I thought, well, I have a shell.
Yep.
Let's try a shell technique.
Do the shell technique
In a shell. I know.
Wow.
How original.
I know.
So what I did is I made up some resin, which is always a good start.
Yep.
I knew you were going to say that. It's like I know you.
I know.
So I made up some resin, and then I added, I think about 5 drops of cast and craft to the.
Is that the bloom paste?
That's no. So that's not the bloom paste from Julie Kurtz.
No,
that's actually called bloom paste.
Yeah, but isn't that what you were using for bloom paste before you got that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've mixed up the resin and I've split it into 3 cups. So I've got a bit of clear left, and I've got 3 small amounts of resin. So it's not a huge amount because I'm just going to do the lid at this point, because what I thought was, if I do the lid and it all goes horribly wrong,
you've only wasted a little.
I've only wasted the lid, and I'd still put the video out, but I'd be able to fix it, or tart it up, as it were. But I had nothing there. So into this one, I'm forgetting my words. Into this
Words
one,
are hard.
I know, but into this one I'm putting some interference blue. So I've got the cast and craft, the interference blue, and then into this one, I'm adding some resin. What's it called?
Yeah, resin dye, isn't it?
Yeah, it's resin dye by Let's Resin. It's,
yeah.
I think it's the. Is
blue?
I think no, because they do a couple, don't they? But do they do a couple in the? I'm getting my blues mixed up. I think it's just blue in the resin dyes. I think there's a couple in the alcohol inks, but that's the resin dye, not the ink.
Okay.
So then I gave it a really good stir. Or to quote Erica from Kitschy Kitchen Studios, try saying that 3 times when you had a few. Stir the crap out of it. She says that like whenever she mixes up mica, it cracks me up no end. So this is the bit that you've all been waiting for.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I can see that. So I poured in a little bit of clear.
Yeah.
And then, you ready for this? A little bit of the blue.
Yeah.
The suspense is just, you can't.
I feel that I need to put some of that, like the suspense music on.
Hang on. Exciting bit.
Oh.
The interference blue is going in.
Oh.
Now, I say now a lot. I've noticed that. I do apologise, but if I'm honest, it's not likely to change. So you just got to go with it. And then,
deal with it.
Yeah, just deal with it. So I've added the interference blue, and then I'm going to add some of the white, and then I'm simply going to repeat
the process,
and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Sorry, I fell asleep there. Until it's full.
Yeah.
If you do go and watch Petra's, and I strongly recommend that you do,
we will put a link to that.
I've already said that. Don't. I've said that.
Okay.
Pay attention.
I nodded off when you were repeating yourself.
That's just rude. Anyway, if you go and watch Petra, she actually puts in like big amounts.
It's a massive mold. That's why.
That's true. Yeah, it is much. Yeah, it's a pretty big mold, but I was putting in smaller amounts because I've never done this shell technique. I've never even heard of it before.
No.
And I thought, am I doing it right? I mean,
I think when she did it, she didn't actually go from left to right. I think she poured it in a specific spot and let it all fan out.
she did, but hers was a flat surface, so the resin would naturally auto level. Whereas the shell, if you notice, has got the bumps and the ridges in it.
Yeah.
So it would just pool in that one central shell bit,
Right. Okay.
which is why I did the back to front.
The swooshing technique.
I did the swooshing it's yeah, I like that. So we've gone from splodge technique to swoosh technique.
I tell you, you're just
I'm a game changer.
You are, yeah. Yeah, this is
game changing.
Go viral.
Oh shush!
It's epic.
It's really no, it is epic, but it's Petra, so you know, she's amazing. Yeah. So, I just kept going until the mold was pretty full, or I
ran out of resin,
basically.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it that many times. You can do it just once, like one cycle of it, or you can do a couple of cycles, or you can just. It's kind of there's no hard fast rule. I don't think.
I suppose the lines would be a lot smaller if you did a lot more tiny pours.
Oh,
so it would be the lines would be a lot closer together.
I don't think I could have done a tinier pour had I tried.
Do you reckon?
No, I really don't. Because if you look, there is very little coming out of those cups. I mean, there's a large amount coming out now because I think it's the last run of the blue.
So that mold doesn't really take a lot. That's the lid, isn't it? So this is your test run.
This is the final. There is no test run on this channel. Oh no. There is. That's what I'm making. That's what we're filming, and that's what's going out.
Yeah.
Warts and all.
Well, yeah.
And anyone who's been here for any time. Shh, don't say that. There are very few warts. But no, anyone who's been here for any length of time will know that that's because sometimes resin does what resin does.
It does that all the time. It's a law unto itself.
Yes, as my little pile of failed Larimars will attest. Although,
yeah,
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it out loud.
You got a very smug look on your face.
I'm not saying it out loud, but nope. Nope.
Go on.
I've done it twice. I've now got 2 successfuls.
So you've said it out loud now.
I haven't, because I didn't put that word in there.
What? Larimar?
That's the one. I didn't say it. You did. Anyway, you're detracting from the excitement of the lid.
Ooh.
I feel that you could have said that with a little bit more,
Ooh.
No. Try it again.
No, that's it. That's all I got.
No, come on. Give me a real.
I'm not your performing monkey.
I think we both know you are. Oh yes. Now, I wanted to put a bit of. Now I don't usually do this, but I felt because Petra did it in her video, and I felt fully inspired by that video. So I thought, why not?
So those are abalone shells.
Those are abalone shells
that
I got from Temu. So they're possibly not real. I don't know. But
of course they're not.
Well, I don't know. But they look pretty. So I ummed and ahed about which colour to sort of go with. And I thought, I'm going to go with the blue. With hindsight, maybe a different colour would have been a bit better.
A contrasting colour.
Possibly. But I wasn't sure. I wanted it to be quite subtle because I had this hunch. I had this feeling in my bones.
Yeah, okay. I could feel it in my water.
Feel it in my water. that lid was going to be quite pretty when I demolded it because it just felt it.
Did it sing to you?
It didn't.
Did it not?
It did not.
Oh.
There was a 5-piece marching band. I'm telling you, it was like la. So.
Does it go?
I'm not doing it again. You get one shot. That's it. Anyway, stop. Listen, you're really distracting me from me imparting my artistic experience. I'm not going to say knowledge because it's a little bit dodgy. But anyway, so I mixed it in, tiny bit of resin and a lot of that mylar glitter.
Is that 2-part resin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the other resin is still wet, sweetie.
No, I was just wondering whether that was UV, that's all.
No, darling. No.
I wasn't really paying attention to that.
Well, see, if you were paying attention, you would know this.
I was just trying to get you to sing on
Yeah, I
camera.
know what your tricks are, and I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I added it into the sort of the very tip of the shell.
Yeah.
And then I left it alone to do its dancing. And there it danced.
That has been sped up. So I think it was about 2 or 3 hours and sped up into about 30 seconds. And it was...
yeah, but doesn't it look cool?
It does look really good.
See, I love that stuff.
It looks like a little swirling whirlpool.
It looks like an ocean.
Looks like a seashell technique.
It does look indeed like the seashell technique. I know. But via the, what was it? What did you call it? What technique? It's the seashell technique.
Oh, the swoosh.
It's the
swooshing
it's
technique.
the seashell technique swoosh edition.
It's the sea swoosh.
Anyway, shush. Look, this is the good bit, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Right, everybody, pay attention. Nikki is about to demold the seashell swoosh technique.
Yep, as inspired by Petra. Are we ready? Oh, flipping heck, hurry up.
You take your time demolding
I know.
these
Well,
things.
sometimes it's quite difficult to demold things. My fingers are hurty sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be patient.
Yeah, because that's what I do.
It's not one of your characteristics, is it?
No.
Look how pretty that is. I was so happy.
Flipping the bird.
I was not flipping the bird.
There again, look.
I am not. I am touching. No.
You're stroking the shell.
I was simply pointing out there were some minor flaws, which, I can live with. But I was very happy.
Really cool.
And because that worked well for me, I thought I would
do it in the deeper
do
one.
it in the base. But I didn't want to do it exactly the same. Oh, you're knocking my microphone.
Could you do it exactly the same?
Of course I could. I measured. Crazy. I'm not like you.
And for those that don't normally measure.
Yeah.
Could you please describe that?
What, measuring?
Yeah. You know who you are.
They do know who they are. And I don't think I can. I don't think there's enough time in the universe for me to explain it. I pointed out a ruler once and they were just like, Anyway.
What is this?
What is this magic? So, I digress. Once again, I made up some more resin.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it slightly different, but along the same sort of colours and themes, obviously. So I mixed up my resin and then separated it into 5 cups.
Yeah.
And
so that's normal.
This is just normal two-part epoxy.
Yeah.
And then I took a bit of magic mica.
Yeah.
Magic mica. Oh. Magic blue interference powder. And I added a generous scoop to each of the pots.
So you've been mocked for that spoon before.
No, wait. Did I do it to each? No, I didn't do it to each pot. I'm making that up. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I added it to 1 pot. 1 was enough.
Is that because it's too much glitter?
No. So I added it. What do you mean? Is that too much glitter? What?
Well, it's glittery, isn't it? So you've got...
No, the interference mica isn't glitter. Interference is a shimmer. I'm now adding diamond mica, which is a glitter, kind of. It's not really a glitter, but In terms that Kirk understands, it's a glitter. He is
everything.
glitter challenged, and
Glitter
we're
challenge.
going to leave it at that. Okay, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And they
no more glitter.
don't ever say that out loud again.
Or hashtag no to glitter.
Hashtag glitter is life. And we are not talking in hashtags. You crazy fool. So, back to the shell.
Yes.
This is one of the prettiest things I've made for ages, and you're just...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was what I was here for.
No, you're here to be... Ooh.
No. I'm here to... I'm here to mock. That's what I'm here for.
No, so these pastes are... they are opaque pastes. And I got these from Resin Supplies Den, which is a Facebook group. I got them about a year, not quite a year
you
ago.
had a bit of a spate of ordering loads of stuff from there.
I did, but the thing is, I bought loads and it's lasted really well because you don't need. I mean, I've used. I don't. You don't need that much.
As you can see by what it's literally just what's on the brush on the.
It's literally. I put the lollipop stick in, I stir it, and then I scrape off the lollipop stick, dip it in, and take it out, and that's what I put into the pot. Bearing in mind, I'm only mixing it into 20 mils of resin, so I really don't need a great deal at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, those colours, I specifically got them as an ocean themed little pack.
How fortuitous that you're doing a coaster with them then.
I know.
Not a coaster, a shell.
And then I think I can't remember if I actually did an ocean at the time or if I pretty much chickened out.
I think you chickened out.
I think I probably chickened out. I remember watching quite a few videos on how to do the waves and all that kind of stuff, and then thinking, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to do that. It's just never going to happen. But, you know, that was a year ago. So maybe I will revisit.
I think you should give it a go.
Maybe I will revisit the whole ocean themed thing and actually finally have a go at the sea thing. Because I'd really like to have a go, but I'm a chicken, so, you know, not a literal chicken, a virtual chicken.
A virtual chicken?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, how does it go? I knew that if I said I was a chicken, you'd do that. That's recorded.
That's okay.
Anyway,
I'm going to get you singing.
Into the shell pot, I put a clear. Then I literally started from the lightest colour, went all the way up to the teal. Then I added some of the blue magic mica.
Yeah.
And then the darker blue. And then just repeated that process.
I noticed you're doing the pinky paw technique there.
The what?
The pinky paw.
The pink? What's that?
That's where you pour the resin up with your little pinky.
Oh, for goodness sake. My little finger's always up. You know that.
Now, I really like that like that. I would have left it like that.
I can't leave it like that. The mould's not full.
Well, you know, it's technicalities.
Yeah, I'd have left that mould half done.
Yeah.
And in my... Just shush. Shush. Crazy fool. This is why you do clay and you're not allowed to touch pretty things.
No, I just make pretty things.
Name one pretty thing apart from the rabbits that you've made.
Frog a bit.
That wasn't pretty.
That was.
That was a frog dressed in a rabbit's skin.
Yes.
That's not pretty.
Okay.
That's pretty dark.
Frogtopus.
Anyway, at this point, I went to pour this shell, and I got all this way, and then I realised
you haven't got enough resin there.
I'd poured it into the wrong shell, and I was like, oops. Now, you were supposed to cut this bit out.
Oh, okay.
Because nobody needs to see me scraping it out of that mould and putting it into the little tiny shell.
However, I thought I'd leave it in.
Why?
Because I just thought...
Warts and all?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point. So...
Plus you didn't tell me to.
Oh, I
You
forgot.
didn't come up to me and say, "Oh, I've messed this bit up. Can you cut that out?" And to be fair, I would have looked for it and just left it in anyway.
That's probably why I didn't tell you anything,
Yeah,
because I know you.
I'd have done it anyway.
I know. And what you'd have done probably is magnified it and put big things on the screen so everybody was like really, really drawn to it.
That doesn't sound like something I would do.
Does it not?
No,
Oh, I don't know who I'm talking about then.
no, I don't know. You must be thinking about another channel.
I must be thinking about another man who comes into our house and sits in your chair and does the editing.
What, while I'm at work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you could tell me to crack on, because when I come back, there's still nothing done.
I'll let him know that
Yeah.
you're keen for him to just crack on.
Yeah, just crack on with
So
it.
I didn't have quite enough left of my of the leftover resin to fill up the little shell.
Yeah.
So I just went and mixed up, I don't know, 40 mils or something like that, and popped it in. And because it was clear, I thought, well, let me just stick some metallic inks on the top. What's the worst that can happen?
I actually like those metallic inks. They're really,
They
really
are.
pretty.
Yeah, they are. I like them. I like the colours. They're really pretty.
Yeah,
I do like them.
I like the effect. It's sort of metallic-y.
It's good because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Those metallic inks were just a couple of quid from Temu. They were about £5 for, I think it was either 6 or 8. They weren't dear at all.
Yeah.
But absolutely gorgeous. And then I had a tiny bit of the clear left over from the extra that I made, because obviously that's going to happen, isn't it? And I've got this shell mould, and I thought I'm just going to make up a little bit of browny goldy colour and make some shells, because
shimmery shells.
Yeah, because I thought I'm going to do something. It's inevitable. We're in May? It's inevitable that I'm going to make something else oceany, sea-like,
Yeah.
whatever. So shells are always good to have.
And it's demold time.
And it's demold time. So this is a reminder as to what the lid looks like. Let's see what the bottom looks like. Do you reckon good or bad, or?
Well, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, but you don't usually pay attention.
I don't know.
I'm surprised you remember. Do you remember?
No.
Is it good or bad?
Yeah, it's all right.
So rude.
Yeah.
So rude. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's not hideous.
Well, thanks.
That's okay.
Goodness sake. We know it's not hideous because I made it and you didn't. Anyway.
That's harsh.
No, you make hideous things.
No.
I refer the right honourable gentleman to last week when this goes out.
Just let the spider climb go.
Anyway, that's the base of the pot, and you've got that nice sort of graduation effect around the side, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And then that's the lid.
The lid. Now, I did have a slight issue with that lid.
I don't want to know. Nobody wants.
It.
I know, but nobody needs to hear it.
Why?
Because it is my moment of glory.
Okay.
I am enjoying my glory.
Okay.
I'm done. Go on. What's your problem?
The lid. It's got a ridge on the inside, so that when you put it onto the pot,
yeah,
it's supposed to sit in place.
Yeah.
But the ridge isn't deep enough to actually hold it in place, so the lid just literally just slides off.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at
I'm
my
done.
lovely shell.
That's cool.
That's so pretty, and they go quite nice together. I actually thought I need to make I need to do another set, but I need to make them more green, because what colour's our bathroom?
White.
Our bathroom?
No, it's green.
It's green.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's too blue for our bathroom, but if I made it more the sort of the greeny colour,
yeah.
that would actually look really pretty.
So what are you going to do with those?
What, those?
Yeah.
I'm going to put them in a little project box and use them in a later project.
Okay. Or we could give them to somebody as a Christmas present.
You just want to give someone a bag of shells, resin shells.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I'm confused. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the pot.
I thought you were talking about the
No.
shells. I'm like, you stingy so.
I'm not going to give somebody a bag of resin shells.
I thought that's what you were saying.
No.
I'm like, that's really stingy.
Ah, happy Christmas. Here's a bag of shells.
Who would you give them to?
What, the shells? I don't know.
Anyway, I'll take some glamour shots. I took some glamour shots.
You did?
And I will add them on the end.
Okay.
You're welcome.
you just completely flopped there. You just lost the train of thought.
I did, because I was so confused by the possibility of you sending someone a bag of shells for Christmas.
Oh,
no,
I've just thought, I'm not going to send them a bag of shells. I'm going to send one shell to all of them. They get one shell each.
I'm not being part of that. And if anybody listening to this is doubting for 1 second that Kirk would do this, that Kirk wouldn't do this, believe me when I say he totally would.
Yeah.
He totally will. I'm actually going to hide them. I'll put them in a safe place. They'll never be seen again. Anyway. There's the finished pieces. If you have enjoyed our creative chaos, please do feel free to hit that like button.
And while you're down there, don't forget to give that subscribe a little stroke.
And if you already have,
thank you very much.
And hopefully we will see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
You're hilarious. I genuinely thought you were like, we're going to give someone some shells for Christmas.
No, I was on about the big one.
I get that now, but it completely threw me.